All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, it is obvious at this point that there is an agenda to completely finish the people of this country. I don't know all the sponsors of this agenda, and I can't say exactly why, but I have no doubt at this point that Nigerians are under attack. There is a plan to render Nigeria unsafe for Nigerians and the citizens economically enslaved. And the APC is fully part of that plan. When Obasanjo got into office in 1999 under the PDP, a bag of rice sold for 2,500 naira. By the time the last PDP president, Jonathan, was leaving office in 2015, 16 years after Obasanjo, a bag of rice was selling between 8,500 to 9,000 naira. That's an increase of 6,500 naira over 16 years. Now, APC has been in office for 9 years, 2 months, and a bag of rice, not even foreign rice, the local rice now sells for 85,000 naira. That's an increase of 76,000 naira over 9 years, 2 months, compared to an increase of 6,500 naira over 16 years with the PDP. Now, that is just one food item, but it embodies the disaster that the APC is. And it is that same level of deterioration that we have seen in the area of education. We have witnessed it in the area of health, security, exchange rate, and the worst of all, petrol price. The APC shut down the country under Jonathan when petrol was moved from 85 naira per litre to 140 naira. They said Jonathan was a very wicked leader. Now they got into office and they moved the price of petrol from 95 naira to 145 naira. From 145 naira to 195 naira. TINUBU came and moved it from 195 naira to 617 naira. And few hours ago, TINUBU once again hit Nigeria with another devastating blow concerning the fuel price. And just as Nigerians were trying to absorb that shock, the chairman of the Presidential Tax Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, said the committee will increase value-added tax. And the last time Buhari increased value-added tax, the economy completely turned upside down. Now, the increase proposed by these guys is even higher than what Buhari did. Before I show you details of these two developments and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. The video you are about to watch now is that of a local government chairman in Borno State going to work. See the video. You saw that. That was a politician, a local government chairman in Borno State, actually going to work. A sight that he is supposed to behold and immediately turn back and begin looking for a solution. But no, he crossed the river or the water body using the same ridiculous method that members of the community use, because he plans to do nothing about it. He's probably never going to go to that area again. till he leaves office. And when I put up videos like this, it is to let Nigerians all over the world know the true state of things in our country. You saw him there with a gun. That's how bad the security situation is. And that is just one of the numerous communities in Nigeria with completely damaged road networks. And we have governors and commissioners in all those states swallowing billions of allocations monthly. That's why we are saying we need reforms in governance. It is not because we hate anybody. Just look at that thing you just saw. Does it make any sense? With few millions, that can be corrected. If you ask the citizens, they will tell you it has been like that for many years. But nobody's going to say anything about it. With few millions, that problem we just saw can be corrected, but they will never solve the problem. As a matter of fact, with proper town planning, the problem will not even occur. But state commissioners for urban and regional planning will never take care of such issues. All they will do is to be fighting and trying to grab lands within the city center. That is all they care about. And that is why we are screaming that we need reforms in governance so that we can start living like normal human beings. Because what is happening now is abnormal. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at the next updates. Few hours ago, the NNPC under the TINUBU regime made a very huge announcement on the new price of petrol per liter in Nigeria. And shortly after that, the chairman of the Presidential Tax Committee landed Nigerians another big blow by saying that value-added tax will be increased tremendously. Let's start with the announcement on the price of fuel. Breaking: NNPC increases fuel pump price to 897 naira per liter. 2 days after he cried out that the burden of petrol price has pushed it into over $6 billion debt, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) Limited on Tuesday morning increased its pump price of fuel from 617 naira per liter to 897 naira per liter. This is an increase of over 45%. Checks by reporters in Ilorin, Kwara State showed that the filling stations on Tuesday morning complied with the directive on the increment. An NNPC station located at Adewale area of Ilorin, the state capital, is currently selling fuel at 877 naira per liter. Another picture trending online showed that the fuel is sold at 897 in some NNPC filling stations in the northern parts of the country. Reporters observed further that many privately owned filling stations stopped selling fuel on Tuesday morning. This indicated that they were planning to increase their prices as well. NNPCL mega station in Gombe are selling fuel at 930 naira per liter. Most of the filling stations in Gombe Metropolitan are closed at the moment, a resident Ibrahim wrote on X. Now, I'm sure we all know that the private filling stations are going to sell far above what NNPCL is selling. Maybe this was why CBN said Nigerians should brace up, that in the next 6 months, life is going to get harder, that things are going to get worse. This has to be the reason why CBN was warning Nigerians. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Hassan says, "Imagine NNPC selling at this price. How much do you think marketers will sell theirs? 980 or above. Don't expect less. TINUBU, the one-time president. Inshallah." Oh, one-time president, right? And Oluwakayode Batopi here says, "Now let the journey begin. Jagaban at the wheel. Yes, let's ride on." And Cruz here says, "Relax. Jagaban will fix it." This was what they kept telling people. When everything was going awry and we're saying it, they say, relax. Don't worry. Everything go first bad, later it go come good. Give us 1 year. We never even do 1 year. Now we don't go 1 year, 3 months. Look at where we are. And this tweet here by Roland says, "That means the other filling stations will sell over 1,000 naira." Of course. Of course. And Amadu here says, hardship times, that is hard times, seem forever in Nigeria. I'm telling you, hard times, no, they finish for this country. And Taiwo Lekon here says, This is serious. Ẹ̀yin ló kàn àbí? We are enjoying it together now. Loving this, I swear. You know, some people are ready for it to even get worse. Those were the people that warned against bigotry, warned against religious fanaticism during the campaigns. They don't care. The worse things get, the happier they are, even if it is affecting them. And that is how I think sometimes that maybe we need to suffer before our heads go correct for this country. And as soon as this announcement, this new pump price was fixed by the NNPC, Nigerians began complaining on the streets everywhere. WhatsApp, people were sending it, forwarding it all through Nigeria in a matter of minutes. News had circulated. It's not like all those other news that will take time. This is fuel we are talking about. It had circulated everywhere and people were just touchy and angry. They thought that was all until the president of the Presidential Tax Committee came up and hit Nigerians with another one, that value added tax will be increased from 7.5% to 10%. When this happens, when they do this thing, the level of inflation that will come upon this country, I don't even know how to explain it. Look at how the papers reported it. We are proposing law to increase value added tax VAT to 10%. Presidential Tax Committee. Taiwo Oyedele, Chairman, Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, says the committee is proposing a law to the National Assembly to increase value added tax from the current 7.5% to 10%. Oyedele added the tax law the committee drafted would be submitted to the National Assembly. The law we are proposing to the National Assembly has the rate of 7.5% moving to 10% from 2025. We don't know how soon they will be able to pass the law. Then subsequent increases are also indicated in terms of the year they will kick in. Subsequent increases are also indicated in terms of the year they will kick in. Subsequent increases were also indicated in terms of the year they will kick in. Make I talk am many times so that you know where these guys are taking Nigerians. So all those guys that come into comment section saying have a balanced opinion, why don't you say good things about the country? Tell me the good things that you want me to say. When every day it is increase. Imagine that with the level of inflation in Nigeria as it is now, somebody is still thinking about increasing value added tax. When people are already dropping out of schools, people cannot eat. Your own is how to increase value added tax. If they tell you what do you want to do with money, you say you want to build bridge. You want to do road. So because you want to build bridge, people should die of hunger. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take, when they die of hunger, who will use the bridge? For God's sake. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Godwin says, Nigerians are very rich. 10% is not enough. 35% or more will be soothing and acceptable. That is it. Since you want to go crazy, why not increase value added? Make it 50%. Let's know that you just want to drop a bomb on Nigerians. And this tweet here by Dear Purple says, no need proposing. Just announce it already. It was an election promise to widen the tax net. So do it already. Keep to your promise. That is true. TINUBU said they will widen the tax net. They will make it bigger. They will make it worsen. Somebody that met Bill Gates and he was discussing new ways to collect tax. When people from other countries meet Bill Gates, what they talk about is how to improve the health sector of their country, how to improve education, all the things that Bill Gates is interested in, that he does to improve countries around the world. Those are the things they discuss with Bill Gates when they meet him. But TINUBU met Bill Gates and began talking about taxation, ways to tax Nigerians more. And of course, Bill Gates gave him ideas. And after giving him ideas, he returned to Lagos and closed his Microsoft office and left Nigeria. What does that tell you? If you are looking for ways to destroy your country, I'll tell you, and you will pay me for my services. But me, I will not do business with you again. What a shame. And in other news, TINUBU government will determine prices of fuel from our refinery, Dangote says. Aliko Dangote, Nigerian top businessman, has disclosed that the retail price of the petroleum product from his refinery in Lagos State will be determined by the Nigerian government under the leadership of Bola Tinubu. Dangote made this known while unveiling his product on Tuesday, assuring that his refinery would end the fuel scarcity in the country. Speaking on the retail prices, Dangote stated, "It is an arrangement which is designed and approved by the Federal Executive Council led by Bola Tinubu. As soon as it is finalized, which he is pushing, once we finish with the NNPC, it can be today, it can be tomorrow, we are ready to roll into the market." Meanwhile, reporters earlier reported that filling stations owned by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited had hiked the fuel price to over 850 naira per litre in the country. So this is the game. NNPC quickly increased fuel price because Dangote said he's ready to roll out petrol. He said it could be today, it could be tomorrow. What an unprofessional way to even speak. When he had issues with them, he quickly ran to the press to engage the masses. And masses began shouting, "Allow Dangote to produce. Let them give Dangote crude oil. Let him produce so that we can enjoy." Now they have given him crude oil. He has finished producing. He said it is Tinubu that will determine the price. That's to tell you that they have gone back to agree to continue to victimize the people. The people will never find liberation in the hands of this ruling class until they unite and pull themselves out. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take a few tweet reactions. This tweet here by Bola Tito says, "When they disagreed, he used the masses. Now they are in agreement. It is Tinubu that will fix price. Believe any of these people is fighting your cause at your own peril, always looking for their own interest. Later, they will share 10 kg rice after reducing your blood by half." Chai! And Goodness here says, "Tinubu's government, not market forces or demand and supply, as we were taught in economics. Nigerians, get serious with your civic responsibility to your country, or these guys will continue to take you for play." That is it. Where on earth will you say that it is somebody that will come and determine the price of products that you produced? You purchased the crude oil. You refined it in your own refinery. You built this refinery. Now you say it is other people that will determine the price because you guys have already agreed on the price. And you know it is not good for Nigerians. So you are looking for how to wash your hands off it. What a shame. And this tweet here by Star Dude says, "I get it now. So that is why after announcing that his refinery is ready to sell PMS, NNPC fixed a new price. Nigeria no fit better with this set of people as our leaders." No, because it is just the truth. With these guys in charge, this country will never be good. And that is why I keep telling Nigerians that Nigerians must unite to take their country back. Because for them to have the country that they want, that country that we desire, where the dividends of democracy will touch everybody, we need to get the APC out of power. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go.